I would like to ask you a question. Many of you know about Kampala, and so, and you know what is happening in Kampala when it comes to matters of equality, human rights, and development. But how can we have a human rights-based approach to development in Kampala City? How can we have it? Can you imagine about a city full of rights, civil political in nature, socio-economic in nature? Have you ever sat down and imagined about such a city? Look at cities like London, Rome, Washington DC, New York, so many cities around us. They have liberty, they have, they enjoy their rights. Cities are developed. Everyone is enjoying freedom of association, freedom of expression, and so many other rights. But I would like to inform you that it's not the case in Kampala. Look at elements of tear gas. People are evicted from streets, are not allowed to sell their products whatsoever. But here comes my concern. When we look at the rights to development, we need a strategy that can accommodate all people. I mean, everyone. It's a concern to everyone. I sort of said one time that if you want to think about development, you have to be the development yourself. Think about development as you, but never think about development as for someone. For example, people, when we talk about Kampala and development, people think about SCCA, people think about Jennifer Musisi, people think about President Museveni, people think about the Lord Mayor who is impeached. Seriously, that is not our city. The city itself is the city of the people, not the city of a few people. I mean, a few class. Take a scenario. You told you're working, as she told us. And at the end of the day, someone calls you and he's like, you know what? You're sacked. You're fired. How could you feel about it? I mean, you have family, children around you, you have your relatives to take care of. Think about it. No job, what are you going to do? The same thing applies to people in Kampala. Many people are just on streets, saying you're no longer allowed to work from here. You don't have rights to be here. This is taken off by somebody else. The building is demolished. People lose jobs. What will be the next thing to be done? We hear of petty crimes, like iron bars, murder in the city, and so many other factors. Simply because those people don't have what to do. What do you expect to happen? I think when we talk about the right to development, we should involve each and every individual. I mean, let's call upon people to brainstorm. Think about our city. Think about Kampala as a city. Think about how can we move on with our city. How can we change Kampala from the way it is to a development like other cities like Dubai, like Beijing, Tokyo, and so many other cities. Think about it. They talk about the element of accommodating all people. I mean, the low-class people, they have constructed markets, they have constructed tax parks, they have constructed a lot of things. But I have to tell you something, that if you make something, for example, a tax park or a market, and you don't involve people in the setting up of that structure, obviously people won't go into that structure. People won't use that specific thing simply because they were not part of it in the making. So I'm requesting that if we are thinking about building developmental structures like markets, parks, and whatever, we need to involve people from the start. Teach people about the importance of such structures. Like, for example, I can give an example of this university. If all people are not involved in the past that we are setting up a university, nobody could become in here. Simply because people will think that that structure is made for a specific group of people. Like the way how people are seeing markets, parks, and other places. Simply because they think that's the structure of Jennifer Musisi, that's the structure of President Museveni. So they think that is none of their business. So I think when we talk about the element of rights to development, we need to look at the element of equality. We need to look at the element of participation, active participation, not passive participation. So when we are trying to address the issue of rights, let us not look at the element of discrimination. Let us not look at the element of segregation. Let us not look at the element of stereotyping, thinking that a specific group of people is responsible for a specific right. I would like to give something before I end. Could you imagine yourself on the street of Kampala trying to look for something, but with the fact that you're not informed about it, you won't get it, not so? You won't get it. But with the fact that you were involved in the development of that city, you will know that, I'm looking for a taxi, going to Makerere, I have to go this way, and I will get it. So I think we need to involve people into development. That's when we can realize development. So if all you want to achieve change, you have to be part of that change, and then live by that change, and you realize change. I think that's what I have to share with you tonight. Thank you very much.